Okay, so today we're going to talk about addition and subtraction. Okay, so our lesson objectives today are: the learner will be able to add using objects, their hands, and drawings. The learner will also know the meaning of addition. The learner will be able to subtract using objects, their hands, and drawings. And the learner will know the meaning of subtraction. So addition with objects. Addition is when we combine objects together. This means that we will count our objects together. So as we can see, we have 3 teddy bears in front of us. 1, 2, 3. If I give you 3 more teddy bears, then we're going to add those to the teddy bears we already have. This means that we will use an addition sign or a plus sign. So we have our first 3 teddy bears, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to add 3 more. So this means that we will count them all together. So we're going to count them together: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We put an equal sign at the end, and we have 6 teddy bears when we add 3 plus 3. So now we can see that we have 2 teddy bears in front of us. And then we're going to add 3 more teddy bears. Now how many teddy bears do we have together? So if we were going to do this problem, we would see that we would count them together. So we do 1, 2, plus 3, 4, 5. So the answer to this problem would be 5. So now we can do addition with our hands. Sometimes we don't have our teddy bears, or it's not as easy to use them. So we can also add using our hands. So if I gave you 2 teddy bears, we can see we would count that on our fingers: 1, 2. If I gave you 3 more teddy bears, we can see that we would count them on our hands: 1, 2, 3. So if we were going to add this together, we would just count them all together: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can see this problem by doing 3 plus 2 equals 5. We can see that this means we have 5 altogether. So using our hands, we're going to add. If we have 4 plus 2, or 4 fingers up on one hand and 2 on the other hand, how many do we have now? Someone raise their hand and answer. Talia.
We have 6.
Thank you. Correct. Okay, so now we can see that we can also do addition with drawing. So if we see the problem 6 plus 1, we know that this means that we have 6 things and we're adding 1 more to them. So we can do this by drawing. So first we're going to draw 6 because that's the first number in our problem. So we drew our first 6 circles: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to draw 1 more because we're adding another circle. So now we draw one more here on the end. So now we're going to count them together: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 circles. So the answer to the problem, 6 plus 1 equals 7. So now we're going to do this problem as a class by drawing it together. So we see the problem 6 plus 1, so we know that this means we draw 6 circles first: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to add 1 more. So we're going to draw another circle. So we're going to draw this in another color so we can see that it's another different circle. So then we're going to count them all together: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can see that we have 7 circles. So the answer to our problem would be 7. Now we're going to talk about subtraction. Subtraction is when we take away objects from objects that we already have. So if we look at our 6 teddy bears in front of us, here they are: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can see that we are going to take away 3 of our teddy bears. So if we take away 3, this means we take them from the 6 that we already have. So if we take 3 of our teddy bears away, we can see that we would have 3 teddy bears left. Okay, so now we can see that we have 5 teddy bears in front of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our problem tells us we're going to take away 2 teddy bears. It tells us we're taking away the 2 blue teddy bears. So to help us solve this problem, we are going to cross out the 2 blue teddy bears. So we're going to cross both of those out, and we're going to cross them out down here because we know that's the ones we're taking away. Then we can see how many teddy bears we have left. So the teddy bears that we have left are 1, 2, 3. We have 3 teddy bears left. Like addition, sometimes we can't always have our teddy bears to help us solve problems. So subtraction we can also do with our hands. So first we're going to hold up 5 fingers. And then we're going to put down 3 because our problem tells us we have 5 minus 3. This means that we start out with our 5 and we take away 3. If we did this, we can see that we have 2 fingers left. If we were going to model this problem by writing it out, we would start out with our 5 because that's how many fingers we had up first. And we are going to do 5 minus 3 because that's the next number we had. Equals, we always have to put our equal sign after 2. Okay, so now we're going to do this together. So everybody put up 6 fingers and then take away 2. Someone raise their hand and tell me how many we have left. Tegan, how many do we have left?
4.
Correct. Thank you. So now we are also going to be able to do subtraction with drawings. So if we see the problem 4 minus 2, we know that that means we're starting out with 4 objects and we're going to take away 2. So we start out by drawing our 4 circles, then we're going to take away 2. So like with the teddy bears, we're going to cross out 2 of our circles. Then we will be able to circle our circles and see how many we have left. We have 2 circles left. So then we know that the answer to the problem, 4 minus 2 equals 2. Now we're going to do the problem 7 minus 3. First we're going to draw 7 circles. 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to cross out 3 because our problem tells us we are taking away 3 circles from our original 7 circles. So we're going to cross out our 3. 1, 2, 3. We can see the circles we have left are these circles. So we're going to count them to see how many we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4. We would know then that the answer to our problem equals 4. So the answer to the problem, 7 minus 3 equals 4. Now we're going to review. So we know that we can do addition and subtraction with objects, our hands, and drawings. If we see the problem 6 plus 2, we won't worry because we know that that means that we can have 6 objects and then we're going to add 2 more objects. So we could show this with our teddy bears, or we could show this on our hands, or we could show it drawing circles. We also know that this means that we would count them together to get 8. So the answer to the problem, 6 plus 2 equals 8. So if we see the problem 7 minus 1, we know that this means we have 7 objects and we take away 1. We know that we can do this with our teddy bears, we can do it with our hands, and we can do it using drawings. So this means that we would take away 1 from 7 and we would have 6 objects left. So 7 minus 1 equals 6. So now we're going to start our activity. So our activity today is going to be demonstrating the problems that we worked on in our lesson today. So the first one that we have on our worksheet is addition using drawing. So if we see the problem 4 plus 2, we know that this means we're going to draw 4 circles. And then we're going to be adding 2 circles to it. So we know that this means we draw 2 more circles. To figure out the answer to our problem, we're going to count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we know that we have 6 circles. Our next problem is 8 plus 1. If we see this, we know that we are going to draw 8 circles. Then we're going to draw one more circle. So if we count all of our circles together, we know that this would equal 9. So the answer to the problem, 8 plus 1 equals 9. So now we're going to do addition with our hands. So our first problem is 5 plus 3. So we know this means we start out with 5 on one hand and we're going to add 3. 1, 2, 3. So then we would count them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We would have 8 all together. So our next problem is going to be 3 plus 4. So we start out with 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to add 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then we're going to count them all together to get 7. Next, we're going to do addition using objects. So we know first that we have 2 teddy bears. 1, 2. So then we are going to add 3 teddy bears to these teddy bears. 1, 2, 3. If we counted all our teddy bears that we had laid out in front of us, we would know that we have 5 teddy bears. So for this problem, I'm going to have you guys get your teddy bears out in front of you and do it while I talk about it. So everybody first get your 4 teddy bears out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to add 5 more teddy bears to it. So we have 4 already, so we're going to have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 teddy bears. Next, we're going to do subtraction. So first we're going to start out with subtraction with our hands. So if we see the problem, 5 minus 2, we know that this means we hold up 5, and then we're going to take away 2 of our fingers. So we're going to take away 1, 2. So what's left is 3. We have 3 fingers left. So if we see the problem, 7 minus 2, we know that this means we hold up 7 fingers. Then we're going to take away 2 fingers, so we will have 5 fingers left. So next we're going to do subtraction using our objects. So everyone needs to hold 4 teddy bears out in front of them. Then we're going to take away 2 of our teddy bears. So we're going to take away 1, 2. So how many teddy bears do we have left? Someone raise their hand. Yes, Tegan?
2.
Thank you, we do. We have 2 teddy bears left. So next, we're going to see the problem 8 minus 3. We know that we have 8 teddy bears laid out in front of us, and that means we're going to take away 3. So 8 minus 3 equals, someone raise their hand. Talia?
5.
5. We have 5 teddy bears left in front of us. So last we're going to do subtraction using drawings. So we see the problem 9 minus 2. We're going to draw 9 circles. Then, since we're taking away, we know this means we're going to cross out 2 of our circles so that we have 7 circles left. Next, we're going to do the problem 7 minus 4. So first we're going to start out by drawing 7 circles. Then we're going to cross out 4 because we're taking away 4 of our circles. We can see that we have 3 circles left. Okay, so now everybody's going to flip to the last page of their packet, and if you've been following along, you was already on there. And our last question is to create an addition problem by yourself. So everyone needs to create an addition problem that is not up on the board or not one that we've talked about today. And that'll be the final thing we do in our lesson today.